and this coach is very
A great chapter to begin.
Let's go! Still on his feet. Slip the tackle. 20, 15, 10.
And welcome to another edition of East LA Sports Scene Productions as we come back onto the campus of the Roosevelt Rough Riders as they play host here to the Bell Eagles in another Eastern League matchup critical for both teams at this point in the season because why? We're at the near end of the regular season, playoffs looming in the first weekend of November, but not to jump too far ahead, they must take care of business right now. The Roosevelt Rough Riders must protect their house tonight with a win and improve their record to, I think, a 3-2. Right now, they're standing at 2-2, and we'll get you Bell's record as we get into the game. So, stage is set. We're here at Roosevelt High School on the campus here, located in beautiful Boyle Heights. I almost said Lincoln Heights because there's also a very special game there tonight. The Kenny Washington Jr. Memorial game between Franklin and Lincoln. That should be a very, very good game tonight. And the Rams will be there to solidify their link to Northeast Los Angeles and East Los Angeles by donating a $1,000 scholarship fund. And they'll pick the coach of the week between Lincoln and Franklin. So we'll get you more of that on our website at www.eastlasportscene.com. We're still continuing to write and also thrown very much into the mix, as you know, from the Los Angeles Dodgers. We've been covering them, and we will continue to follow them as long as they're in the hunt for the right to go to the World Series. So right now they have game number 6 tomorrow, which will make it October the 23rd, 2021. So they must win game 6 and game 7. So send up your prayers and your hopes and wishes for victory for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we are almost set to go here. We're waiting for our starting lineups to come back to us here. And in the meantime, we will be focusing our attention on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. At least we have their starting lineups. So here we go. Let's take a look through our binoculars here at the 50-yard line as the Riders here in the gray with the scarlet, with the maroon numbers. And it's going deep, and it's going to be into the end zone. And let's see, they cover it. And it barely made the crossing of the line there for Bell. And they're going to put it in play at their own 20-yard line. Let's check Roosevelt for you here on defense. Many of the usual or regular players, barring injury, are still in the lineup for head coach Aldo Paral. And if you look at the injured reserve list, he's a little bit concerned, of course, as any coach would be during this point of the season, because he's not complete with all of his team members or his players. So here we go now. Bell in white with purple. First play of the game. And it's going to be a pass. He wanted to go left, but then kept it. Now he dishes it out to his running back, and he's brought down with a good shoulder tackle in there, getting the first hit. Let's see, those numbers are a little bit tight here. Looks like that was 22 for the Riders. Put the shoulder on him and brought him down. And let's see if the numbers are going to be the same here for the Riders. Different set of uniforms here with the deep gray or battleship gray with the maroon or the Cardinal and gold for the Rough Riders with Boyle Heights on the right side decaled onto the helmet. Penalty against the Bell Eagles. It's going to make it now. Where they have the down markers back at about the, let's call it the 5-yard line or near the goal line. We can barely make it out here. Hand off right tackle, goes to the runner, Good stop in there, right in the middle of the field. And it looks like it's Jimmy Morales, number 20. Give him credit for that tackle. Again, just underway here. First quarter of play, 4 12-minute quarters. High school football rules, 4 12-minute quarters. And let's see what else. The regular officials' signals are a little different than NC2A and, of course, the professional. Anyway, back to the action here. Run left, gives it to the fullback or the running back, and he gets stopped after a very good tackle again. And this time made by James Cortez, number 1. And they still have a distance to go, but they're putting the marker down for 1st and 10. So excuse me for not paying closer attention for the running game, but that was a 3rd, and he made the 1st down. Bell here with the offense. Handoff goes to one of the running backs. He's going to be stacked up, gang tackle, no gain, maybe a loss. And no gain on the play. So we're just coming to you. We're lacking the starting lineups yet to come back to us from the Bell Eagles. And the Roosevelt Rough Riders, again, we can give you their lineups per the previous roster. So we're going to be almost having a guessing game here. We regret that, but we don't have the full starting lineup there on both sides yet. So let's get back to the action. There's a running play. And let's see if there is a pickup of any yardage on that carry. Yes, there is. It's positive. It's going to go 2nd and about 8. And let's see here. For Bell, we'll give you the starting lineup. Number 1, Diego Garcia. Number 8, Nathaniel Zavala. Number 11, check that. 10, Fabian Herrera. Number 7, Carlos Reyes. And the threats here for Bell Eagles are Diego Garcia at quarterback, Nathaniel Zavala, and Devin Lopez, number three. And that's on offense. So here we go, back to the action. Snap. Garcia back, throws it over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. At the 30, the 20. Oh, and there is Arroyo, 10-5, touchdown, Roosevelt. That's going to be the first score of the game. Touchdown. It comes at, let's call it, we can try to figure out the scoreboard. The sun has got us totally blind to anything that's lit up over on the scoreboard. So upon further inspection, let's go with 8:33 left in the first quarter. And we have roughly about a 30 to 30 yard pick 6 for number 9. And that would be Alejandro or Alex Arroyo. Puts the Riders up on the board quick. And there is the 2-point conversion.
Number 22, 2 points.
And there it is. Number 22 picks up the 2-point conversion. And with that, we'll be right back. This is East LA Sports Scene coming back with the kickoff. And here we go with special teams. And another strong kick is that Gabriel Gomez, who's gooding the kickoff chores here. We'll try to find out here as soon as we can. And here's the score, 8-0. And Coach Parral very happy with 2-point conversions on toss right or toss left, depending on who the ball carrier is and what the defense is like. But nonetheless, Roosevelt Rough Riders draw first blood here in this critical Eastern League game. And let's get here back to the Bell Eagles. Diego Garcia is a quarterback. He's also got number 3, Devin Lopez. On the front line, you got Matthew Avendanabal. And here we go now. Here's the play. Oh, beautiful tackle. And he sent him into orbit. That was a number 44 for Roosevelt. And we're going to try and see if we can pick up numbers here on the fly. Different roster, so forgive us until we can find out the true roster for Roosevelt. Due to the color changes, we've been normally seeing them in the all cardinal and all gold, but now they've taken the battleship gray color and mixed in their other color coordinated schemes in there. So here we go. Bell with the ball. Garcia, number 1 at quarterback. Handoff carry. Oh, look out. Hit immediately. In on the stop for the Riders. Again, there's that man, number 44. Oh, check that Cortez is also in there. James Cortez going both ways on offense and defense. It's going to bring up, let's call it, see, where is the down marker? 3rd and 10 for the Bell Eagles. Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Game has been changed from 7 p.m. to a 4 p.m. start. That's why we're coming to you in broad daylight here with the sun shining on the field. Garcia scrambles out of the pocket, looks to find the receiver. He's up. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, intended for number 3. That was Devin Lopez. Incomplete pass. Clock stops.
Incomplete pass turns out 4th down. 4th and 10.
4th and 10.
For Bell.
See if this will match up to any of the guys that are playing now.
Do I ask him or do I go?
You just ask Dave who's got the right roster then, okay? Here we go now, back to the down end over end kick, and it's going to be down right there by the Eagles. Special teams in there, number 41, along with number 10. So 1st and 10 for the Riders. They're in good position now, in good field position as we come to you here on a very, very brisk Thursday evening or Friday evening. And it's high school football here in the Eastern League. Rico Cabrera, Frank Lee Robles, our producer, director, and videographer, and Ricky Siementhal, our production assistant and statistician. And we're bringing you the play-by-play coverage for today's game, the high school game of the week. Roosevelt here at home taking on the Bell Eagles. Riders ball. Arroyo fullback right behind Cortez. 22, inside trap, that's Herman. And he is going to be brought down after maybe a 2-yard gain. 33 on defense for Sergio Gutierrez. For the Bell down lineman. Yeah, he gains about 2 yards, second and 8. Beautiful Friday afternoon here in the City of Angels in Boyle Heights, especially here. The sunlight shining down brightly as we bring you this game here in the Eastern League. Clock estimated to be running down to about 6 minutes left in the first period. Here come the Riders with the numbers that we can recognize. 22 is Quesada, gets the pitch, toss right, tries to find a seam, tries to pick up a block, and will scamper out of bounds. Going to pick up a nice piece of yardage there, at least 5 yards.
22.
And this is going to bring up 2nd and about 4, or 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Riders. Thanks for joining us here on our internet production from East LA Sports Scene, bringing you the best that we can in high school sports. And we've been covering predominantly Roosevelt High School, and as you can well consider, due to a lot of the COVID regulations. A whistle before the snap. There's going to be a penalty. Let's see the referee in the white hat. Let's see where he is stationed at about the 50-yard line. And it looks like he's going to indicate possibly encroachment against Bell. So penalty now will be assessed to Check that to Bell. Okay. And we're getting some updated information here on the Rough Rider jerseys. Okay. Here we go now with the play. And it's going to be called for, oh, nice carry. Tripped up and dropped. It looks like there's Hedemon with his regular number 3. And he's going to be, let's see, oh, no gain on that play, they're calling it. Or was that, they're marking second down. And if that's the case, then he gained about maybe a good 6 yards. Clock is moving here. In the first quarter, we're at the beautiful sun-drenched stadium here in Roosevelt High School. And it's a Friday afternoon, not a Friday night, so we're coming to you earlier than usual. And there is encroachment again on Bell.
Another whistle before the snap.
Or will this one go against Roosevelt? Let's see what the crew chief will signal. Again, minor penalties to start the game. And speaking of penalties, that's been very, very a big factor for the Roosevelt Rough Riders in terms of their play this season. A lot of big gains, a lot of big plays. And then we have the penalties that get in the way of things. So we're going to try and catch up to you now. I think we're fully up to date here with all of our roster numbers, except for Bell. They have failed to give us their full roster due to some technical difficulties at school, getting that roster over to Roosevelt way ahead of the scheduled game. And there's 11 on the right side, found a hole, and it was gaping, very large, and that was number 11. And that's going to be a pickup of a first down there for Roosevelt. Okay, the PA announcer is we're going to have to cue in on him because I believe he's got the real roster for Roosevelt. A handoff. Still going, no whistle, there it is. But not before he'll be brought down inside, let's call it the 10, inside the 15-yard line. Looks like they're placing the down markers at, let's call it the 12-yard line. And now timeout on the field taken by Bell High School. We'll be right back. This is East LA Sports Scene. And we're going to continue on to the play-by-play, and hopefully by the end of the quarter we'll have all of our names matched up with the numbers. So schools have been given a lot of privileges in terms of how their dress code will work, and there's no limit on the number of uniforms. However, the same number is not guaranteed to be on a different color uniform, so we apologize for not getting things clarified as tightly as we'd like to. Cortez under center, takes the snap, pitch inside trap, and it goes to the right side. It looks like it might have been Arroyo, number 9. And the Roosevelt Rough Riders in possession of the ball at this time in the first period of play. And again, the right side of the line, 75, Daniel Cuevas, the big right tackle, 300-pounder. He's been getting a lot of work done this season with the running game, no doubt about it. And he has delivered. Okay, next play. And in motion, here they come. Cortez handed it off and driving towards the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Let's see who was the carrier. That was Arroyo again on a sweep. But a fullback dive, fullback to the line of scrimmage, and then veered off the tackle or the block, and managed to get it down to, let's call it the 9-yard line, maybe 8.5. So they're announcing 2nd and goal for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Again, battleship gray with most of the uniforms with the cardinal and the gold helmet and cardinal numerals. Here we go, in motion, pitch, coming left, toss left. Oh, good tackle. Oh, it was Herman, but he ran it to the middle of the field, brought down by Lopez. Number 3 for Bell. And again, trying to get the bearing on the clock. We're trying to get the time. And then give everyone the time frame that's left in the first period. Again, it's very difficult with the glare of the sun right on the numbers. And the numbers are lit, of course, in a light fashion.
1 minute and like 4
And we're down to the 1 minute mark. Thanks to our production assistant, Ricky Siementhal, for helping me with that information that we need to share with our viewers. Oh, look out. Herman. Now, number 22. 22 is the number, might have been Quesada. Quesada, he wears a single 2, but possibly for this game, he's wearing 22. If that's the case, Julian Quesada on a heartbreak play last week at Southgate, where everyone thought there was a touchdown to win the game. It was called back because of a hold call. But we shall see what we shall see. Here comes the Riders again now, talking it over with Coach Paral. Big win here is necessary for the Rough Riders for that seeding position in the playoffs, because they are looming. Next week, of course, is the East LA Classic, Garfield versus Roosevelt at East LA College. And we are ready to go. Looks like there's going to be a field goal attempt. We haven't seen Nolasco in for a bit. And there's Cortez. He'll be the holder. So timeout's going to be taken by the Roosevelt Rough Riders to talk things over. We'll be back in a moment. We are coming back. Rough Riders, Nolasco Angel. His first name set for the place kick is up, heading, and it's good. Yes, there it is. So give him credit for about a 38-yard field goal. 38-yard field goal. That's going to give the Riders another 3 points. We'll be back in a moment. .38-yard field goal by Nolasco. That's going to help the matters here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders as they increase their lead to 11-0 over Bell Eagles. And whistle sounds. And that will be Bell taking the possession at roughly, let's see where they want to mark it, at the 25-yard line. Again, you're watching East LA Sports Team's production of High School Game of the Week. The Roosevelt Rough Riders hosting the Bell Eagles in an Eastern League game. And also for your attention here, we noticed that Jared Andrade, number 5, is sitting out tonight's game, or today's game, due to a, how would you call it, a slight re-injury to his right elbow. And he certainly will be needed for next week's game against Garfield. So we're winding down here, or in fact, let's go here for the second quarter now. There is number 8. He is driving hard across the 42-yard line, and he's met there. That's Zavala, the carrier. And it looks like there was number 20, if that's the case, Jimmy Morales. And let's see, we'll try to match some of the other Roosevelt players for you as we continue through the game. So we apologize for that. Again, topsy-turvy week. This game is not at 7, it's at 4. And it put a lot of things in a different mode of planning. Okay, here we go. Bell again. Zavala again. And he got wrapped up over there on the left side of the Roosevelt line structure. And it looks like that might have been Arroyo. Yes, it was Angel Arroyo in on the tackle, a linebacker. Very solid. Very solid. Looking also for number 44, if can react to him. 44 for Roosevelt is number 10. Normally, Carlos Velasquez. Oh, look out. And Beltran with a hit. With a door slammer on Zavala. I just put a shoulder and dropped him. Wow, what a different tackle that was. But nonetheless, he gains yardage, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. So Zavala, eye back behind Garcia. Lopez, number 3, also in on the offensive attack there for Eagles.
With the carry once again, Zavala held by Roosevelt defense.
Zavala brought down by Velasquez, number 44. And let's see, there's other linemen in there. Daniel Buitron, number 55.
Third down. Correction, third down.
It's going to bring up 3rd down. Let's call it 6 for the Bell Eagles. Coming to you on the 22nd day of October, 2021. Hand off. And they go to Zavala. He's going to be stacked up. This time the Rider defense not very confused at all.
Defensive line.
Bell has already been caught for a pick 6 when the Garcia dropped back. So the coach, Ed Bell, is not very keen on coming back with his air game. 4th down now for the Bell Eagles. Dropping back in punt formation, number 20. Got the snap, the punt, end over end, heading to the far sideline. And the whistle sounds, the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roosevelt Rough Riders deep in their own territory.
Roosevelt offense takes the field.
So again here, apologizing for no numbers to identify the Bell Eagles without the complete roster. We only have a list of the offensive and defensive starters, and number 20 does not appear on either one. So apologize to him and to the team for not having his number. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Riders. Let's see where they set the ball. And let's call it the 10-yard, 1st and 10 from the 10 for the Riders. James Cortez, number 1 at quarterback. Double wing formation. Runner has it. Tried to look for an opening there on the line, but it just slammed shut. And that was Carlos Velasquez, number 44. And the line just closed, the door closed, and he went down. So let's give him a gain of about 2, 2nd and 8. And we'll call it from the 12-yard line. They need to get out to the 20. 11-0 to score if you just joined us. Roosevelt scored early on a pick 6 and then followed that on their last series with a field goal from about 38 yards out. Here comes a toss right. Oh, misdirection. And looks like Herman. And that is Herman, number 3 on his jersey.
Number 3 with the carry. Herman picks up the Roosevelt.
And he had enough there for the 1st down. There was ample room for him to sneak through there. Again, he's smaller than the average back, but he's very quick. And the defenders just weren't able to stop him to close him out from the 1st down. Clock moving, and we're guesstimating about 7.5 minutes left in the 1st half. Roosevelt 11, and we have Bell with 0. Beautiful sunny afternoon. No clouds above at all. Blue sky, blue sky. We're in blue heaven for the Dodgers. Let's bring that emotion over to this game here. Inside trap. Still going. Oh, look out. Broke free there in the secondary. and just had a couple of tacklers to evade, and he could have gone a lot further.
22, Quesada with the
Quesada with the carry. Beautiful run there. Followed his blockers to the tee. And as a reward, a big first down, plus 10 yards on the carry. First and 10, let's see where they spot that. Roughly at the 40-yard line. Toss right. Coming this way in your camera, in your monitor view. Okay, and then let's see, who is it? Herman. Did not have his blockers in front of him, and then the defenders shredded that line and just stood him up and tackled him. Looks like he have lost some yardage on that carry. 2nd and 11. A brisk afternoon here, but it's sunny here in beautiful Southern California and East Los Angeles and Boyle Heights in particular. The community of Boyle Heights, very prominent here in the city's founding and growth. Pitch, inside trap, look out, fake. And he's still going for 50, 40. Still moving, and now down to about, let's call it the 35-yard line unofficially. And Nazir Reed, number 11. Number 11 is Reed. Beautiful. That was a fake from the first taker, first handoff receipt. And he then kept going to his right and powered upfield, and there was blockers in the secondary, and it all worked well for Coach Aldo Paral and his offensive coordinator. And it's going to bring up a first down. First down for the Riders, as they are now on another drive here to score. Oh, look out, broke the seams. Cortez kept it. Caught the defense snapping. They were back on their heels. They weren't sure who had the ball, and Cortez, the quarterback option, he got through. And another first down. So the Riders looking to recapture that offensive momentum that they've had for most of the season, putting up 33 points a game, but last couple of games have been short of that, but they've been very good games, very interesting games nonetheless. A lot has been learned by the Rough Riders this season. Cortez surveys the defense. Arroyo right behind him. Herman gets the call, broke through still going. And believe me, Herman looks small, but he's very mighty. He's hard to bring down once he gets his cleats dug into the ground and keeps pushing forward. Sign of a good running back. Does not want to go down easy. And let's see where they bring up the spot. It's going to be second and about, let's call it a long 3. Velasquez in it, one of the running backs or the tight ends, number 44. Number 80 is Ben Salinas, one of the tight ends. Velasquez goes to the right wing back. No, check that. He's going to be on at the tight end spot goes Velasquez. Pitch. Quesada. And down he goes inside, let's call it the 10-yard line. And it's going to be a first down. It's going to be first and goal to go. And the Riders looking to add on to more scoring here. They lead it 11-0. Here they come back to the line of scrimmage. Cortez, he keeps it again. Goes left, then pivots, tries to come back for an extra yard. And in there on the tackle for Bell was number 1. That was Diego Garcia. So we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks play both offense and defense in the Eastern League quite a bit. And let's see what the clock is moving here. Nearing the 3-minute mark. And unofficial. But nonetheless, the Riders have it. They are trying to conclude a very long scoring drive that began at their own 10-yard line. The drive is long and consuming a lot of time here. Pitch. Oh, Quesada. Misdirection. And he went right and scooted left. He caught the defenders going one way. He went right. They bit. He went left and scored. So let's see what Coach Parral will do now for the point after. Every decision he makes is heavy and has a lot of weight on it. So and that comes at about, let's call it unofficially, the 3-minute mark. We have about an 8-yard run by JQ, Julian Quesada. Scored both touchdowns in last week's Southgate loss. And here they come. Pitch. And let's see who took the handoff.
2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion for Arroyo, number 9. So 8 more points added on, so that brings the score to 19-0 in favor of the Riders. Okay, we'll be right back after the special teams for kickoff. And there it is. There's the kickoff. It's short. Oh, picked up and dropped. Oh, and then hitting him immediately. Number 34, Julian Cepeda. And that's going to bring up now 1st and 10 for Bell.
Number 34 would be good to stop.
We hope you're enjoying today's presentation. I say today because everything has been moved out of our synchronization from night games to a special 4 p.m. kickoff today. And again, due to some changes within the LA Unified School District's transportation unit. Okay. Handoff. Was there a fumble? Yes.
Fumble on the play.
And let's see who's on top of that ball.
Waiting for the call.
Let's check the referee in the white hat. He's consulting with one of his officials there. Now he's going to ask for another. But there's a flag on the play. Right there at the feet of the referee. There's some dirty laundry, as they say. It's staining the field, and they're going to have to tell us what happened here. Possibly a holding or offsides or something. But decision by committee. Now all officials involved in the game are assembled there with the crew chief in the white hat. So here he comes with the decision. Unsportsmanlike penalty. And it looks like that is going to signal tripping. So some way, somehow in that stack, the referee was able to see a trip. At least that's what we have discerned from his signal. So play will be repeated. And everyone will go back to their formations. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. And here's Bell. Good tackle there by Velasquez. He whipped in there like a buzzsaw and just chopped down the legs of the runner. It looks like that one might have been Savala again. Clock is of importance here now. Coming down to the 2-minute mark and less at 1:55. Bell Eagles in white with their purple helmets, similar to Laker purple. Zavala, the workhorse for the Bell Eagles. He's going to pick up maybe a yard or two. Defense is very stingy. And we also had Joel Morales in on that stop. And it's going to bring up, let's call it 3rd and 4. Bell's here now, man in motion, handoff. Oh, sack. Bro, he broke it. He broke it. He got out of the grasp of Arroyo. Give him credit for turning a negative play into a positive one. Number 11 for the Bell Eagles, that was Ismael Espinosa. Did a great job there of avoiding a loss. And a timeout now will be taken on the field. Let's see if Bell is going to talk things over. But nonetheless, stoppage of play due to a timeout, and we'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene.
We had to set up this during lunch. We don't have the class anymore.
Okay, we're coming back here. And this is the Bell Eagles. They call the timeout to talk things over. There's Garcia back. Throws it to his flat. Oh, incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock. Okay. And let's see what happens here as the clock is winding down in the first half, and Roosevelt Rough Riders up with a 19-0 lead over the Bell Eagles, and there's a lot of implications going on here for the Eastern League seed and then the potential playoff. Okay, here we go. Garcia. Oh, it's going to be intercepted again. Oh, it's a 50. And it's at the 30, 40-yard line. And then a huge collision. But nonetheless, a huge interception there. And that would be, it's a Beltran. We got to make sure. Interception. And it was a very, very, very good play. Oh, Morales, Jimmy Morales. We couldn't get that front number there, but it was him, number 20. Gives credit for an interception as the second quarter winds down. So Garcia 0 for 2 with that type of a play going deep. First one, though, cost him 6. This one only a 20-yard return after the interception. Okay. As we wind down the first half, the Roosevelt Rough Riders in total control here. Pitch goes left and right. Oh, still going, found a block. And good movement there. Herman, Eddie, doing the leg work there. And he got tripped up, but you see him there with the, again, October salute to breast cancer awareness. And pink is the color of the month. So there's Herman. He's very strapped up with pink. You can't miss him. Cortez, pitch, same play, went left, goes right, broke the tackle, and then dropped finally on 33 for Bell. Looks like it might be a face mask call there, but 33 is the number indicated on the tackle. That was Sergio Gutierrez for Bell. And let's see what the crew chief is going to signal here and how much yardage will be marked off. Coach Paral talking with Herman, sending some instructions back in. And here goes the referee down to official to mark off the yardage. Just going to give Roosevelt good face mask call, face mask. And now timeout taken by the Riders. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Coming back here for the continuation for the end of the first half of play. And Riders have it, looking to score one more time. Cortez, pitch. Oh, it's a wing back option. Oh, just throwing a little too far out of the grasp of the receiver, and there's the buzzer now ending the first half of play with the score on the field. The Roosevelt Rough Riders 19 and the Bell Eagles 0. We'll be back after the intermission. Don't go away. East LA Sports Scene coming back. Rolling. Here we go now. Set for the second half of the football game. Here is Bell kicking off. And it's end over end, straight down the pipe, the middle. Let's see who has it for Roosevelt. Veering to the right is Quesada. Picked up a block. There may be a penalty on that block, though. Quesada's then run out of bounds in front of the Bell Eagles bench. No flag on the play, so, oh, wait a minute.
22, Quesada.
Oh, they're holding.
Penalty marker.
And a penalty by the crew chief indicating it's going against Bell. Coach Aldo Paral deferring in the first at the coin toss and said, I'll take the ball in the second half. And a good choice there by head coach Aldo Paral. As the nightfall begins to creep into the Southern California basin, and especially here in Southern California, East Los Angeles.
So that run will come back.
Oh my goodness. He was pointing to Bell on his indication that the holding would have been attached to the defense, and now he's reversed it and it's attached to the offense. So let's be very certain about, I guess, making the calls ahead of time, but we went by the indication. And the crew chief signaled to his right, pointed against Bell. Okay, nonetheless, Riders in possession. He goes left, then right for the misdirection, picks up a block. And let's see, number 66 gets up off the pile for Bell. And let's see who handled that for the Riders. Looks like that was Arroyo. So let's keep our numbers fresh in mind, and it goes with 66 for the Bell Eagles, getting credit for that tackle. And it's going to bring up second down here for Roosevelt. Here we go now. Rough Riders with the ball, man in motion, pitch, he gets it. Straights arms one of his defenders and breaks out of the pack. Oh, looks like that was Quesada. No, check that. Johan Alfaro, number 25. Gets credit for that long gainer there. But going back to Bell, number 66 was Frank Mendez.
Seniors, please make your way down to the gate.
First down for Roosevelt. 40.
Okay, we're going to check on that.
Drill, color guard.
Frank is his first name, but 66 on the last tackle by Bell. Mendi, M-E-N-D-I. Thank you to our statistician and our production assistant, Ricky Cimental.
Please make your way
Clock is moving, 10:33 left in the third quarter. Rough Riders coming clearly into focus here in front of our camera. And with the toss, good block ahead of him. That was Eddie Herman, number 3. Good positive gain there, second. And let's call it about 3, a long 3. Or closer to 2 now. We have a better angle here from our camera. And producing and directing, Frank Lee Robles. Ladies and gentlemen, our videographer and staff member par excellence. And to my right, Ricky Cimental taking care of our statistics and our production assistants. And there goes Reed, number 11. Head going down and then buried in the pile.
Picks up a Roosevelt first
He's going to pick up enough for the first down.
First and 10. Let's do it again.
19-0 in favor of the Riders.
Injured Roosevelt player.
And let's see, someone is down. Not sure. We can't see his number. And let's see. Medical unit comes out to look at the player. And it's not Herman. He's standing up with hands on his hips. And we'll come back after they attend to the player who's now on his side.
Nathan Lopez.
Looks like it might be Reed. We're not sure, but we'll be back with more after this. And we're back. It was number 11, Nazir Reed. He got up slowly, but he's able to get off the field on his own power. Back to the action.
Luis Huerta.
Oh, Velasquez, look out. 10-5. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Without any penalties, it's a touchdown.
Alexis Sanoleni.
Line of scrimmage about, let's call it the 46-yard line. And it was a great counter play there off the double wing formation. And Carlos Velasquez, you met him here on our post-game interview several weeks ago. And he loves the home flavoring here at Roosevelt High School. And the touchdown comes at roughly 8:19. And we'll get you the correct time in just a moment. But going back here now for the point after, because we're taking the details here, at least a 45, 9:19. Okay, thank you very much. That the correct timing of the touchdown, 9:19. And here is two-point conversion, pitch inside, it goes to Alfaro. He's in easily, standing up.
2-point conversion is good.
And the Rough Riders put up another 8 more points here, 27-0 now. And we'll be back with special teams kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports. And we're back here. Kickoff comes, and it's deep. Nolasco really got his foot into it. So the kicking game here is on improvement status here, according to what we've seen from Angel Nolasco. He's coming off the field, but again, putting a lot of strength in that leg. And a powerful kickoff straight ahead down the pike into the end zone. Automatic touchback, 1st and 10 for the Bell Eagles.
First year, Ashley Olvera.
And let's see now what
Third year cheer, April.
coach will do for Bell High School. The Eagles break huddle. Here they come.
Paulina. Fourth year cheerleader, Brianna.
Here is Diego Garcia, number 1, waiting for the snap. He's got it, looks left, rolls out of the pocket, trying to keep it, rolling upfield, fakes the pass, then it's run out of bounds. Give him a credit of about 2 yards on the carry.
Third year, Ashley Lugo. Fourth year, Leslie Segovia.
And the clock stopped on the out of bounds. So let's see here now. With 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Flankers out here to the right and in the slot. Garcia carry, gives it to Zavala, number 8, the big fullback. Oh, he just stopped cold in his tracks.
Also our second year captain.
Number 79 for the Riders gets credit for that stop. He was deep in the backfield there.
Alumni, I would like to welcome you to our
And another player goes down there. Let's see, is that for a Bell? No? We'll be back after the medical team comes out to attend the player. Pitch, oh! And we go back to a broken play nearly as the Bell runner just veered out to the right on a pitch, and then there was nothing there but a Roosevelt group of tacklers, and he's dropped for a loss. And we're still looking at the roster for the uniforms here. We're going to have to ask for a special codification here from Roosevelt for all the numeral changes from the different colors of uniform. So here we go. Continuing on with the game, it's Bell back in punt formation. A small short kick. It's going to be fielded on the fly. And there's Quesada following his blockers. Oh, he gets down to about the 40-yard line. And it's a good run back there. Good field position for the Riders. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Roosevelt. Again, with the Battleship Gray foundation as a color on the uniforms. And then, of course, the Cardinal with the gold helmet. Cardinal numbers. Gold piping and gold helmet. And pink. Many of the players still choosing to use that as Spirit Week or Spirit Month. And here for the month of October. So that's why it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in LA Unified School District or LA City Section CIF. Okay, here they come out of the huddle. Clock is going to be moving very, very soon here. Under 8 minutes at 7:58. Here's Cortez at quarterback. Pitch. And Cortez was not at quarterback. He was a wing back. We stand corrected there. There was a Lopez there, number 3, to meet and greet him. We'll see who then is running the offense here for the Riders. It could have been a different twist here on the offense for Coach Parral. And let's see what Quesada will bring in, number 22. Gives the play to Cortez. Herman in the backfield, number 3. Oliva, number 13. Butron, 55, center. Arroyo, fullback. Cortez now back at the helm. Pitch left. Here's Quesada coming left. He's trying to get around. Can he do it? No, he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 30. Just inside the 30-yard line at about the 27, maybe 28-yard line. And he has enough for the first down. Riders in total control here. Defense has shut down Bell. And in the sense of turning things around, the Riders coming off a very heartbreaking loss last week to Southgate. 20-14, and it looked, for all intents and purposes, that Quesada ran on the last play of the game a 20-yard sweep and went in for the touchdown. However, to be told by the official in charge of the game that it was not ruled illegal play, there was a penalty. The Riders denied a win there against Southgate. Now they're coming back against Bell to improve their league record. Cortez, Alfaro. Pass. Got a man open. Look out. Good. And there's Quesada. The wingback option on the fly pattern. He came out of the backfield. Touchdown. And the Riders put up another 6, moving the score up to 33-0. And that was roughly, we'll call it a 30-yard touchdown pass from Alfaro. Getting some activity there as quarterback option, wingback option. And the receiver, number 22, JQ, Quesada. Here is the point after touchdown for Herman. He gets in on a sweep.
2 points are good.
And 8 points added up here for the Riders, and it's going to put it up to 35-0. And let's see what they're going to do here with the time remaining. That comes at 6 minutes and 11 seconds. Score comes up on the board for the Riders. And special teams are here, so we're ready to go with the kickoff. Let's see if Nolasco.
23, Nolasco, take it away. 6:11 left in third quarter, 35.
He is set for the kickoff. Special teams ready to go. Let's see how far he kicks it this time. A line drive straight down the pipe again. It's touched by Bell. They got to run it out. 7 has it. Oh, then beautiful tackle there. Cepeda, number 34, took him down, but a flag was thrown on the play. So
Penalty marker on the play.
good long distance kickoffs there by Nolasco is a good takeaway here for Coach Paral for the kicking game. So let's see what the penalty will do here. Will it penalize Bell? Yes, it does. They're going backwards towards their goal line. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. A cool evening getting set here for East LA, Boyle Heights, and Los Angeles because of the change in the temperature coming our way. They say rain is in the forecast, so we're seeing the beginning of a storm headed our way. Okay, back to the action. Bell manages to stay on the ground. Looks like Zavala was the carrier, number 8. Not much there. Picked up about a yard, 2nd and let's call it, we'll give him 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8. And again, reminding all of our viewers here, Dodgers in contention for the National League Championship Series. They'll play over this weekend. Check your listings for the exact programming time. Okay, handoff. And dog pile there, nothing going on. Maybe a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd. Actually, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Defensive line holding strong. It'll be 3rd down.
Roosevelt Rough Riders with their big defensive lineup. We've kind of shied away from giving all the names because we haven't had all of the correct lineups because of certain number changes, but we're going to give you what we've had for the bigger part of the season in a minute. Here we go. Bell. I formation, shotgun as well. Here we go. Garcia. Intercepted. Oh, Velasquez. And he gets a pick 6. Another score. Velasquez. 2nd pick 6 of the night or the day. And that was Carlos Velasquez really putting things in order here for the Riders on defense to turn things around. We go to now 41-0. And that comes just minutes after the last touchdown. Comes in unofficially at 3:22. And it's been all Roosevelt all game long, just dominating Bell Eagles. So we're standing now at 41-0. Coming into the game is Morales. Going out is Salinas. They share the tight end position for the Roosevelt Rough Riders.
Roosevelt lining up for the 2-point.
2-point conversion ready to come now. Cortez at quarterback. And it's Quesada stutter stepping his way into the end zone. Looks like, but we're not sure. Whistle sounding, punctuated twice by the crew chief. It's no good. So the scoring stops right there with just the 6 points to the touchdown. 41-0. And let's see if our math is correct here. Yes, it matches the scoreboard with 2:15 left in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Roosevelt in this game. They've dominated the Bell Eagles. As Roosevelt came out looking to make a statement after losing a heartbreaker last week to Southgate at Southgate. So here we are. They're back at home feeling the crowd support. And we haven't looked at the crowd tonight, but it looks very, very good from our perspective. We'll try to get you a picture of them a little bit later on. Student body here is very supportive of the Riders when they're at home and on the road. We must add that as well. Nolasco approaches. Alfaro comes in to make special teams complete. Here's Nolasco. Here's the kick. Another line drive heading. Oh, look out. He touched it, picked it up. And there's Reyes on the return. Doesn't get much yardage. All kinds of Roosevelt Rough Riders down there on special teams. Here comes the offense back for Bell. And we're going to pay attention to the decision by the officials on the field, whether they may invoke the running clock due to the large point advantage of 40 points. The LA City section, I do believe, has a rule in their charter and regulations allowing a running clock. Okay, handoff. Number 9. Oh, and putting a very, very good hit on the runner was the quarterback on defense, or one of the safeties, James Cortez, for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Picked up some yardage on the carry, so it's going to be second and about, let's call it 5. The clock continues to move. And we're coming down into the last phases of the third quarter. Handoff. That was to number 9 on the carry.
Number 27. And that's the end of the third quarter. 41.
And there is the end of the third quarter.
One more quarter to go.
And we had number 9 on that carry. That was Martinez. We'll be back with the start of the fourth and final quarter in a minute. This is East LA Sports Scene. Here we go with speed. We're getting up to the calibration for the start of the fourth and final quarter. Bell Eagles in white, coming from the city of Bell, California, just south of East Los Angeles. New quarterback is in, number 27, throws it out here to his left. That's to Zavala. Zavala still on his feet. Oh, and then hustles upfield. Just across the 40-yard line, about to 46. 27 in now at quarterback. And we do not see his name here to match the number. We apologize for that. So anyway, Bell, change of quarterbacks. 2-7 on his jersey. Shotgun. Couple of backs in the backfield, dropping back, looking right, goes left. Oh, incomplete. Throwing for Zavala. Coverage there was provided by 2 defenders for Roosevelt. Yeah, we're going to send our statistician and production assistant, Ricky Siementhal, down to see if we can get the name of the quarterback for the Bell Eagles. There's a snap, handoff, Zavala, follow the blocker, and just pure muscle effort. And he gets across the 50-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down. Let's see where they signal. No, it's going to be third.
For the East LA Classic.
3rd and 5.
Monday.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles. This is an Eastern League matchup,
Tickets will be on sale.
and we'll have to see where the standings will shake out after next week's game, but it's highlighted by the East LA Classic,
100%.
Roosevelt versus Garfield.
100%
Handoff. Oh, Zavala
at the stadium.
had a lot of running room,
The other school.
and then rolls down to about the 40-yard line. So this looks like a good drive here by the Bell Eagles as they took over back on their own, let's call it 20-yard line. And they're out now across midfield into Roosevelt territory at the 40-yard line. Again, starting to get a little nippy, a little cold and chilly here in the stadium. There goes Zavala again. He's feeling a regeneration, a renewal of strength there as he carries a pile, an extra 5 yards. So Zavala's a big back, number 8. You can certainly see that by on your monitors. And he's going to get taken out for a breather, but it's first down. They move the chains. And the clock continues to move here. Coming down to about the 8-minute and 20-second mark left in the game. Whistle blows. It's going to negate.
Number 6, your quarterback, Christian Bethan. And then number 27 is Alan Ortiz. Number 27 is Alan Ortiz.
For Bell, 27. Ask that guy down there.
For Val.
Yeah,
I
27.
thought you meant like ours.
He's a quarterback. Okay, we apologize there for just a second. We're trying to make sure we have the Bell quarterback's number because he's been changed. And Garcia's out, and we have a new quarterback. We want to give you his name for the credit of all intents and purposes. Oh, good tackle. Morales, number 20, with a submarine tackle, dropped him just as he was in stride.
Angel Medina for 27 for their.
Okay, and we're now identifying number 27 for the record. Number 27 for the Bell Eagles at quarterback is Angel Medina. Angel Medina.
Second down and 4.
Okay. In our effort to give everyone credit for participating in interscholastic sports, it's important that we must give the proper name to the proper player. And Medina, at quarterback. Screen pass. Oh! Let's see, that ball is still in play. Yes, it is. He threw backwards and down the score. 40, 30, 20, 10. Carlos Velasquez. Roughly from the line of scrimmage. Another big play for Carlos Velasquez today. Oh, my goodness.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
Oh, who was on that?
Number 44, Carlos Velasquez.
No, he's here. 44. Yes, Carlos Velasquez, number 44. Changed his number.
Touchdown, but then he also got hurt.
He's right there.
No, touchdown.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, 44, the man in the moment picked up the pass that was thrown by the quarterback, and it looked like it might have went backwards, so the ball is still in play. And it was on the ground, so first come, first serve, and he picked it up and then went down, roughly, unofficially speaking, 80 yards, 80 yards, and again, unofficially. And I don't know how to describe that play other than it was a lateral that was still alive. It did not stop because of hitting the ground. 2-point conversion. Oh, fumble on the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Nothing there.
Score.
So here we go now.
47-0 in favor of your Rough Riders.
And the Riders, again, just continuing to enjoy the lead and as they say, put up more points on the board. And we're coming now at 5:05. The clock is moving. And it will not stop again unless there's a definite timeout
So next week, folks,
on the field. So
for the East LA
and that came at roughly 5 minutes. We'll give it, and again, unofficial.
Tell your parents, tell your grandparents, tell your deals, your
And we will see then. 47-0.
purchase their tickets here.
Running clock
Feet
has been invoked.
not have to split it
bench.
with the others.
He got hurt.
Okay. All right. Special teams coming on now for the Riders.
All week activities and events.
And let's see, back in now to kick off.
If you have them, pajamas and Crocs on Monday, make sure you participate.
End of the ball game comes number 24.
On Monday.
And this is Nando Lasco has been a substitute for the kickoff, taken right there in the middle of the field. And a good tackle.
Or Bell brings up the ball. That's better Guillermo.
Okay. Guillermo there brings the kickoff. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, we are back here to the action. And we're going to look in on number 7 for the Rough Riders. That's Joel Morales. And let's see, the clock is still running, so there's a timeout. And we will take it coming back here. We're into the running clock phase to wind things up here. Again, at the 40-point mark of an advantage, the LA City section is ruled a running clock by regulation. Okay, Bell trying to work things out here. Medina goes with Zavala, number 8, on a dive play straight up the middle. Winding down here at the 2-minute and 50-second mark left in the game. It's been all Roosevelt Rough Riders. They're going to boost their league record up to 3-2. 3 wins, 2 losses. 2 losses coming against Southeast and Southgate. And the wins coming against Legacy, Huntington Park, and today with Bell. Here is Medina, 27, Zabala. Oh, good ankle stop there by number 31. That looks to be Soria. Coming up on the 2-minute mark right now as we speak. The next time they snap it, will be under the 2-minute mark in the game. And wanted to ask our videographer if we can get a shot next time of the crowd here at Roosevelt supporting the team here. And again, remind everybody we're in COVID, still in the pandemic, but slowly but surely coming out of it. Okay. Handoff. Zavala getting it done. Okay. Here we come now into the final 1 minute and 20 seconds of the game. Stand by. We're going to have a very, very good post-game interview here, hopefully to schedule Coach Aldo Paral and several players from the Roosevelt Rough Riders. So stand by for that. But game is still active. It's still alive.
4th down. 4th down.
4th down. It could be the final play for Bell. Zavala tripped up. Oh, broke a tackle. Still going. He's a horse in motion there, just moving. Players with him. The clock is moving now, coming down into the final 45 seconds of the game. And with that carry, Bell maintained possession, but this will be coming up to the final seconds of the game here. Maybe 1, maybe 2 plays at most, depending on how quick they huddle up or don't huddle. Medina looks left, throws left, and it's going to be incomplete. Coverage by Jimmy Morales, number 20. So a big game again by Carlos Velasquez, several touchdowns, a pick 6 and another 80-yard pickup of a fumble, if we call it that, or just a lateral that
Don't forget, folks,
was, you know, it was just the ball was in fair play. And Velasquez did what any good defender would do. He picked it up and ran it back. There was no whistle.
That's the end of the game, folks. Give it up for both teams.
And there it is, the final score of the game. And we'll see if we can get a shot of the stadium that came out tonight of all the support. So, the final score on the field, 47-0. And that will do it for the play-by-play of the game today. Roosevelt winning big, 47-0 over the Bell Eagles. So we will stand down here and wait for just a few more minutes before we'll get the coach and several players up here for our post-game interview. This is East LA Sports Scene. And here we go, speed now, and we're speaking now with our post-game interviews with Coach Aldo Paral. He's coming next, but we're going to start with the players, and we're speaking now with Daniel Butron, who has been the heart and soul of the Roosevelt Rough Riders line for the past several years, and now we get a chance to meet him firsthand. Daniel, good game today, and congratulations on your senior class dedication tonight.
Thank you, appreciate that. And today's win was a very good win over Bell. All I got to say is that they played a really good game. They gave it all they got. We gave it all we got. And then the final result was that we came out with a victory, and it was just a really good game. And I have to thank all the coaches and everyone for filming this game and keeping this memory right here at Roosevelt.
Well, it's certainly been a brotherhood of your fellow classmates, your friends from way down as you grew up. And of course, just give us a little bit about your background. Were you part of the Wolfpack program here for the Pop Warners, and then you kept moving upwards and then wanting to really play here at Roosevelt? Talk about that.
Well, I really didn't play Wolfpack.
Okay.
I actually was interested in playing Wolfpack, and then my 8th grade year, I really wanted to play it, but I was decided more convinced that I'll just wait to play Rider football actual.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman year was my first year, and I did pretty good. And from then, I just realized I have to keep on working and get better, and just keep on grinding for the victories to come out like this. And
Okay.
well, this for the past 4 years, the players all that surrounded me really have done a big impact on me, because they showed me so many different techniques, movements, hand movements, from
Yeah.
everything from feet to hands.
Sure.
And it was just a great, fun ride throughout my 4 years.
So this has been a great career here at Roosevelt, and you're going to be taking your senior memories and well as your junior and sophomore memories with you. But there's another big game coming up next week. I don't want to talk too much about that, but everyone here in the community already knows it's going to be a good game. Hopefully
sir.
for the Rough Riders, there'll be a win this time. But nonetheless, the games must go on, life goes on, school goes on, your family goes on. So talk a little bit about your academics here at Roosevelt, so others that are watching this can kind of learn from the players that are playing now, and if they have thoughts of coming to Roosevelt, they're hearing it from you guys who are actually part of the program.
Yes, sir. Well, my academically wise, I'm doing good right here. I'm part of the school site council right here at Roosevelt High School, and well, I'm actually doing great right now in my grades. I don't have no failing classes,
Sure.
even from last quarter. And even though these new classes have really been a big movement towards us, and it has really impacted me a lot, because I'm not used to 8 classes. I'm used to 6, just back to back. And well, now having 4, then another 4 is really confusing and stressful in a way.
Okay.
But somehow, some way, I just keep doing my thing, staying on top of my school, just for I could come here after school and practice right away with my team,
Okay.
and then just work hard.
Okay, and again, you guys are very close. You're in class a lot together. You're off class, but you're on the field a lot, and you guys really bonded well.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the situation this year. It's been an up and down season. We had the pandemic still. We have COVID. People don't think everything's over, but it's not. And we're just
Yeah.
almost back to normal. But this is a big year for Roosevelt football, and we certainly saw the highs and the lows and the mediums in between. But that's football. That's sports.
Yes, sir.
Talk about you come off of 2 losses, and tonight you really get
Yeah.
back in the rhythm. That made you feel good, prepare you for next week's game.
Yeah, well, like you said, we had 2 losses back to back. We had Southeast, we had a loss, then we had our bye week, and then after we had Southgate, and we lost to them. And those games were good games. I just got to say that we weren't feeling those games, and
Okay.
Southgate was a very tough game. We know we could have done something very special at the end,
Yeah.
and just our ride has really gone up and down like a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie, because just our players, we have to keep them on check, have everyone ordered,
Okay.
in the way that we want them and how they're supposed to act, and not only act right here in practice, but also showing out in the field.
Okay.
But yeah, I just having to keep our guys straight, and that's all.
And that's what leaders do. Danielle, we have to get the rest of your teammates up and Coach Aldo Paral, but your chance now to look in the camera and speak to your people, speak to your family and friends.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank my family, my friends, my coaches for always supporting me, having my back right here on the field. And then second of all, I just want to thank the community of Boyle Heights. You guys really been a really nice place for me, and I just want to thank the coaches for recording, and everyone just helping us out, and just keeping us on check. And well, thank you.
Coming on after the game, and we will be looking forward to the Classic next week.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck and stay safe.
Thank
Okay?
you. Appreciate it.
All right. And we have speed rolling here for Eddie Herman, number 3, but he's number 1 in your heart. He's number 1 in my heart,
Yes,
and on
sir.
your program. Not in your program, but in your heart. Because why? He's a mighty presence on the field and in person.
you.
You got to see him to believe him, because he's out there competing with guys even twice as big. But it
Yes.
doesn't matter. He's there for his team and, of course, himself and his family and friends. But, Eddie, welcome to the program.
Thank you
for coming
for
on, and
being here.
congratulations on senior night tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, looking very, very good, very proud.
Yes, sir.
Big win tonight, and of course, you also displayed.
Yes.
And continuing on with our post-game interviews, we welcome Mr. Eddie Herman on a great game, a great career. Congratulations on senior night tonight, and just a great career here at Roosevelt High School as a Rough Rider. Your thoughts, number one, on today's win, and two, the season, and then we'll look into the crystal ball for next Friday against the Garfield Bulldogs. But let's go in that order for your answers, okay?
Okay.
And here we go. Eddie Herman.
This game, I'm very proud of this game. Last game was a very tough game. It was very last seconds we had it, but something unexpected happened, and it is what it is. But we moved on to the next game, and we focused on Bell, and we showed out today.
Yep.
We came back out, and we showed them out that we're back, and we bounced back.
And a game like that, it's such a heartbreaking and it hurts so bad, but then you have to get over it because why? There's another opponent, and Coach Aldo Paral and the coaching staff certainly put their points of emphasis on you guys to say, look, let's get ready for the next opponent.
Yes,
and
sir.
today was Bell. And you guys certainly showed up with 47 points. You were all a very big part of the running game and the double wing formation. So your thoughts on as you grew into the position, talk about that, how you kept staying with the game.
Okay, it all started in Wolfpack. I started off as a Pop Warner. So I started off with Coach Avila, and we started out double wing. And that really helped me a lot through high school when Aldo showed up. I really got happy because he started running double wing, and it came back like memories from Wolfpack. So I got very excited, and I just started working and started improving, and I'm very happy about that.
And again, it's been a long season, tough season, and we got to remind people, and I do all the time here, we're still in a pandemic. We still have COVID, although it doesn't look like it, but it's there, and that certainly has a little bit of a, how would you call it, an awareness for everybody to know that we're still blessed to be able to do this. So your thoughts on this season, you piled up a lot of yards. You and Alfaro, of course, and Quesada, and who else? Velasquez. You guys have been busy, and also with Andrade, even though he's been hurt a couple of times. But the running game has been solid. And talk about how that has carried the team to the wins and, of course, the losses, but you moved on from those.
So our liner is a very big part of our running play. I depend on the line. The line is the one that gives us the blocks, and the back is very important because they help us a lot. Like on the we have very good running backs that can like read the holes, and we got great leaders that lead the running backs and the line, and they straighten them up. And in practice, we always look out for each other, and we'll always be there.
Okay, and let's see now. We also want to ask you a little bit about your academics, how things are going here at Roosevelt with the realignment of the way the curriculum is presented to the students. You have more choices? Is that one of the key things for you?
Like Coach said, you're a student first, and then you're athlete second. So, and academically, I'm doing very good. Maybe in the beginning, I started off a little rough, but I came back and I got my grades back up, and that's why I'm playing right now.
Okay, and if we have some of the young Wolfpackers that are watching, or even not Wolfpack, some other kids that are watching us on EastLASportsScene.com. Advice to them, and also speak of your dedication as a smaller player, but you don't mind because it's all about football.
So what I would give to them is it doesn't matter about the size, if you're big or small, anything's possible. Roosevelt is very good, popular association that helps us all build up as good men, and everybody here supports each other.
Okay, quick peek into next week, the Classic. Preparation secret.
Yes, secret.
Of course, and there's going to be Spirit Week,
Yes, sir.
Preparations for that as well.
We just gotta fix our mistakes. We just gotta keep looking at film, keep looking at the guys that are keep like messing around, keep doing like everything wrong, and we just have to improve by next week.
Okay, Eddie Herman, we recommend you highly. We appreciate the talent you have, and now it's your turn. Look into that camera and give that message that you want to your family, friends, loved ones, teammates, classmates.
Thank you to all the community, my parents, my teammates, the coaches, everybody for supporting us out here, and the community too, because without the community, there won't be any fans, there won't be any hype about the game, and every helps every player, play better, and
Okay. Eddie Herman, again, number 3 on his jersey, number 1 in our hearts. We thank you very much. Good luck in the rest of the season and the playoffs. We're not leaving that out either.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you, son.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Our next player, Julian Quesada, Julian Quesada, JQ, I've come to know you as that. We want to thank you for a tremendous season that we've covered you. Great to call your plays and when you are in action, and your thoughts on tonight's game or today's game. And as I asked your teammate, Eddie, looking into the future just shortly, and then your whole career here at Roosevelt, how's it been, and what are you going to take away from it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we came back today. I mean, we were in a 2-loss slump. I mean, we lost to Southeast. That was just a really bad game. And last week against Southgate, came down to the last seconds. I mean, Coach Aldo caught up a good play, and we got it in the end zone, but it just got caught back, and we couldn't come out of that game with a W.
Yeah.
But today, I mean, we came back. We came in here in our home on our senior night, and we did our job. We dominated, and yeah, we took care of business.
Absolutely, and you did a bounce-back game, and then again, it gives you the momentum now going into next week for the Classic. And we're not going to talk too much about that because everything is under wraps. It's still secret, and we know that things will come out during the week, or Spirit Week, and then also the media day that they'll have. But you've been a workhorse for Coach Paral and the offensive coordinators and the coaches and your teammates. Tell us how you read those blocks coming and how you read the defense, because that's the key to a good runner, to know the left to the right, straight, or the movement. Talk about your concept as a runner.
First and foremost, I mean, without our own line, we're nothing without them, because our whole offensive scheme is just it really relies on our O-line. And I mean, they've been putting in work all season, and that's what makes us, like me and Jared and German, all our other backs, that's what makes us look good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just kind of just taking it slow, seeing how they move around and just hit the hole, and just trying to make plays after that, you know?
Mm-hmm. And again, the brotherhood concept is intact because you're offensive linemen, and they also work as defensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things about high school football, where you have squads and teams that have both players on offense and defense, and everyone goes to that risk and the reward, because if you get hurt, then it obviously affects you not only once but twice.
Yeah.
And we see that a lot, and unfortunately, because of the size of the rosters in the LA City section, the teams such as Roosevelt in an Eastern League or Southgate, they're understaffed, they're undermanned, and therefore the players will go both ways at risk. But you guys have managed to do pretty well. We know that Jared Andrade has been injured a couple of times, but he'll bounce back.
Yes, sir.
But your thoughts on your academics here at Roosevelt as well?
Well, I'm gonna keep it honest. In the beginning, I really didn't take it serious, and but towards my junior year and my senior year, I mean, I really kind of I don't know, just got into reality and just realized, like, I really need to take this serious, because I mean, if I do want to go to college, I mean, that's my grades are everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been taking care of it this year, and yeah.
Okay. And again, the running style you have, did you learn a little bit maybe in Pop Warner, where you're a Wolfpack alumni? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I started off Wolfpack, playing running back and corner. Towards the end, I only really played like on the defensive side, but coming into Roosevelt, I mean, Coach Aldo, he put me at wing, and yeah, I just kind of just got good at it, I guess I would say, yeah. I started off in the JV team with Jared, Isaiah, Herman, all of those guys, and yeah, we kind of just grew together and got better together as a team, and now we're here as seniors and juniors, and we're just making plays.
Okay, and congratulations on being the recipient for your banner there for the senior night.
Thank you.
Julian, I want to go ahead and ask you to take a look into the camera, and this is your time now to say thank you to all those that have supported you and have mentored you and guided you thus far in your life. And I know your parents are in there as well, so feel free to give them your comments.
Yeah, I want to just thank my parents, my mom, and my dad, and my siblings, all my family, my grandma, my grandpa, on both sides of the family. They've always taken care of me. They've always supported me in what I wanted to do. And I'm glad that I guess I could make them proud out here on the field. And I would also like to thank all the people from Wolfpack. I mean, they always supported me since I was a kid. And just the whole community of Boyle Heights, always supporting our games and just always taking care of us and showing love.
Okay. Julian Quesada, very proud Rough Rider for life, as they say. And thank you again for an outstanding season. But it's not over yet. There's still playoffs after next week with the Classic. But
Yes,
first
sir.
things first, and good luck in the game. And we'll hope to see you again down the road, a little shorter after the play or during the playoffs. Okay.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Thank you, Rico.
Thank you. Great game tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to get ready for speed. And head coach Aldo Paral, bienvenidos. Welcome back, coach. Good to see you again. And a big
Likewise,
win,
Rico.
a
Likewise.
very
Thank
much
you.
needed win.
Yes.
Momentum booster, momentum giver. And just another week away. But business first at hand. Bell took care of business, protected the home field. Another great turnout. And a lot of playing time for a lot of the players. So your assessment, coach, as we normally do today's game and looking at the season and what's just right around the corner.
Correct.
Okay.
First off, thank you, Rico, for being out here. Really appreciate it. Yes, you're right. We did have a good turnout, despite the fact that we had a 4:00 start time. So that was really cool to look up into the stands sometime in the second quarter. I think I took a peek and I was just kind of surprised that it got filled up pretty quickly. So that was really cool. It was senior night, and so that's always a pleasure to send your kids off. And it was really cool that we were able to send our kids off with one of our second to last game in league and our last home game of league. And so that was really cool. It was really cool. Bell was a tough opponent. They have a lot of underclassmen, so I know they're going to be stronger next season and the season after that. But overall, it was just a great opportunity for us to come out and execute and do what we are supposed to do.
And again, offense was looking very sharp. It seemed like your plays were executed timely. The runners were still just having lots of space to find the creases. But a couple of really big plays went your way today with that. What would you call it, Coach?
The pitch pass.
The pitch
Our
pass.
pitch pass, yes.
And Carlos Velasquez picked it up and didn't hear kept going.
Just kept
So
going,
that was, and then he had another couple of big plays. So he's been on fire since the last couple of games for you. But it was everybody, when the moment came, that picked it up and did what they had to do to get the score in or to keep the momentum going. So your thoughts on special teams as well? We've noticed some work in there as well.
Sure. The kids, performed really well. We were really happy. I love what you just said. It was a team win. The kids, like I said, they came out, they played hard, they executed. I think one of the things that we've been trying to stay away from, obviously, is penalties, and so that didn't get us today. So that was really important. As far as special teams were concerned, yes, you're right. The kids, Angel Nolasco was booting the heck out of the ball today. We had some good run backs. Overall, I was just very happy with what the kids did. Defensively, I don't mean to jump ahead, but just all credit goes to our defensive coordinator, Cesar Guerrero, and his assistants. But the defense has just really, really locked it down and made things a lot easier for us on the offensive side, as far as just moving the ball and not having that pressure of we're chasing.
Yeah, Coach, very quickly now, because we need for you to get back to your team. I know they're going to be waiting for you for a little extra after they come out of the locker room and they want to talk to you personally about things. But what, if anything, can you tell us for next week? I know it's always a secret to keep things kind of in each camp and let the press conference kind of let people know which way they think it's going to go. But again, not to put you too far into the future for next week, but everyone's looking for a good matchup next week.
Yes. Coach Hernandez, he does an amazing job over at Garfield High School. He and his staff have prepared their young men very well, not just this season, but obviously for the past 11 years that we've been walking off the field, not just not happy, obviously. So we're doing our part on our end as far as preparing, making sure that the kids are ready to go. We're expecting a great game. Garfield, they've I think they're 8-1 or 8-1, I believe. I'm not mistaken. We're 6-3, something like that. A few close losses, but the boys are excited. I'm excited. The staff is excited. I know the community is excited.
Yes.
Not just because we're playing them, but just the fact that we're all going to be able to be out there at East LA at the college.
Absolutely.
Just hopefully everyone attends. If you're a Roosevelt fan, please buy your ticket at Roosevelt High School. The money you spend for that ticket stays here at Roosevelt and supports our programs. Anything that you buy at the gate is actually split between both schools. So it's really important that if you attend the game, please buy your ticket. There will be the student store will be selling tickets all week, Monday through Thursday, and even the day of.
Okay. Last question, Coach, before we let you go.
Yes, sir.
To kind of leapfrog over the Classic to playoffs, because everyone's going to wonder where the standings will be and how many teams will be put into divisions.
Yes.
Anything you could tell us or share with us now?
Well, the playoff format is a little bit different this season. This season, it's based off of the final rankings through a website called Cal Preps.
Okay.
And basically the top 8 will go to the open division. And then the next 16, which would be basically 9 through 25, they would or 9 through 24, they would wind up playing in the Division 1 playoff. So right now, Garfield, I think, is 4. They're the 4th best team in the city. Per Cal Preps, we are ranked as the 7th best team in the city.
Okay.
So, a win on our part puts us in the open, and a loss, which we hope doesn't happen, is probably puts us down in the Division 1.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much the way it works. If we do make the open, we'd probably be on the road against one of the top 4 squads in the city.
Yeah.
If we come short, then we probably wind up with a couple of home games and a top seed in the Division 1. So that's the way the structure is.
Yeah.
And we hope to be up on top and be in the open, and that's where we want to be. We want to compete against the best teams in the city. We think we're a really good squad, and I think Roosevelt's back to where it should be, a program of prominence.
Head Coach Aldo Parral, as always, thank you very much for your time and your support here. You, along with Dave Perea and the staff here, the administrative staff, have been absolutely fantastic with us. We appreciate it to no end and look forward to continuing down the road with even better relationships, not only with Roosevelt, but you have started something very, very strong here, Coach. We appreciate it. And we're going to reach out maybe next year after the COVID goes away and we can maybe go back to normal, start to bring in some of the other schools, because we have been getting asked, when will you be starting to do? But the way things are, we're just leaving them as they are. It's best for everybody health-wise, and knowing where we've been is easily traceable.
Yes.
To that extent. So that is one of the reasons, and I haven't really gone into that in depth, but I wanted to share that with you and also bring it out into the public that we are by no means denying the Torres or the Mendez or the Wilsons. None of those schools, they've always been on our radar. But because it is a pandemic and it's not over yet, I wanted to make sure we got that in. Thank you for understanding that, Coach.
Thank you, sir. No, thank you, Rico, for everything you do.
We will see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
You do the same, Coach. Take care.